Hello and welcome to Cloud Expert Solutions, your one-stop cloud learning channel with premium content. If you are following our bootcamp or studying for AWS Solution Architect Associate exam, by this point you already know the basics of DNS. But in this module, we are going to level up. We are diving into the advanced side of Route 53 and we will talk Alias Records. Here is a quick look at our roadmap for this module. We have got 6 solid topics lined up. Before understanding the Route 53 alias record, we must know what a CNAME record is, how it works, and why we need it. We touch base on the CNAME record concept at module 7.0. However, iterating again with a little depth will make your concept crystal clear. Then we will directly jump to Route 53 alias record, main concept for this module, followed by record targets. That means what AWS service or other tools can be used at the receiving end of this record. Then we will do a head-to-head comparison of CNAME versus alias, because this is a classic exam question. Before the conclusion, we will review exam style questions. And finally, we will wrap up with a quick summary and some certification tips. On behalf of the Cloud Expert Solutions team, I would like to thank you for joining us and selecting this bootcamp. I hope you are as excited as I am. Let's jump in. Let's start with the CNAME record. A CNAME record stands for Canonical Name Record. It allows you to point one domain name to another domain name instead of directly to an IP address. Let's understand using an example. If you want courses.cloudexpertsolutions.com to use the same IP as www.cloudexpertsolutions.com, then you can create a CNAME record to map the domains. Internally, cloudexpertsolution.com maps to an IP address, maybe 192.0.2.10. After the CNAME record mapping, you will get a logical transpose mapping like this. If you are thinking, why should I use CNAME records? Out of many use cases, first, to avoid hard coding IP addresses. If you use an A record, you must specify an IP address. But if the IP changes, you only update it in one place. That way, you get centralized DNS management and no need to update multiple records. The other use case is decouple infrastructure from DNS. Let's assume your backend changes from EC2 to ELB, or maybe from application load balancer to CloudFront, or maybe from on-premises to AWS Cloud. If your CNAME points to a logical host name instead of an IP, you can swap the infrastructure without changing client-facing DNS entries. This improves flexibility, cloud scalability, and make migration easy for you. Some important limitations of CNAME record to remember. CNAME cannot be used at a root domain or apex domain, and it works only for subdomain. This is an important point for the certification. We have discussed root domain, apex domain, subdomain, and other DNS terminologies with examples at module 7.0. Please feel free to check if you have any confusion on these concepts. Next, let's talk about alias records. So what exactly is an alias record? In standard DNS, when you want to point one domain name to another, you use a CNAME record. We already reviewed in the previous slide. But here's the problem. Regular DNS has a limitation. For example, you cannot use a CNAME at the root of your domain, what is called the zone apex. So if someone types just cloudexpertsolutions.com with nothing in front of it, a CNAME won't work here. That's where alias record comes in. An alias record is an AWS specific enhancement to DNS. It behaves like a CNAME but with two major advantages. First, It works at the root domain. That means you can point cloudexpertsolutions.com directly to an application load balancer. Second, it automatically tracks IP changes of AWS resources. As an example, if load balancer changes IP address, Route 53 updates automatically and no manual updates is required. Now let's understand using a diagram. User queries cloudexpertsolutions.com. Route 53 resolves it and point to AWS ELB host name. Now Route 53 automatically return the application load balancer's current IP. No extra DNS lookup needed by the client. Even if the application load balancer changes the IP address, you don't have to do any modification to your Route 53. Alias Record works with A record and AAA records. These are the record types of IPv4 and IPv6 respectively. It supports health check evaluation of the targeted endpoints. And here is something the exam loves to test. Alias queries to AWS resources are free, whereas CNAME queries are not. Now let's talk about where you can actually point an alias record. And here is the full list you should remember for the certification. You can point with an application load balancer, network load balancer, CloudFront distribution, S3 static website endpoint, API gateway custom domain, elastic beanstalk, global accelerator, and also with another Route 53 record. During the certification, if any question mention about AWS services and you have option to choose between Alias Record and CNAME, you should always choose Alias Record. Now this is where things get really interesting and where I see students actually do mistakes during their certifications. Now let's review CNAME record versus Alias. CNAME records can point to any host name anywhere in the world, but Alias record can only point to AWS resources. But here's the big one. CNAME record cannot be used at the zone apex. That's the root of your domain. If someone asks, how do I point cloudexpertsolutions.com, no www, just the bare domain to my load balancer, the answer is an alias record. CNAME does not work here. Now CNAME can work with any DNS, however alias is specific to Route 53. Also alias record queries to AWS are free, while CNAME queries are built normally. And remember, you can't set a custom TTL on alias record. AWS owns that. And when it comes to AWS resource routing, you should always prefer alias record as this is AWS native and has out-of-the-box integration. Write these differences down. They will show up during your AWS certification. Now, if you are still confused, when should you actually use each one? Here is a simple decision flow for you. First, ask yourself, am I pointing to an AWS services? If you are pointing something outside AWS, that means the answer is no. Then CNAME is your answer. If your answer is yes, then the second question, is that the root domain? If yes, you must use alias. No debate, no alternative, because CNAME simply won't work here. If the answer is no, then also you should use alias because AWS recommended that. Now I would request bookmark this decision flow. It's going to save you both in real AWS projects and your certification exam. Now let's review some exam style questions, and here is the solution for the previous module assignment that the question I requested you to solve. Now let's read it together. A company is running a mission critical internal application on a fleet of EC2 instances within a private subnet. The instances are only accessible via VPN connection on the on-premises office. A solution architect needs to configure Route 53 DNS failover in a private hosted zone to ensure users are only routed to healthy instances. Standard Route 53 HTTP health checks are failing to connect to the private IP addresses. which solution should the solution architect implement to solve this. Now let's review all the options one by one, starting with option 1. Update the security group of the private EC2 instances to allow inbound traffic from the Route 53 health check IP range. Security group controls traffic, but they cannot grant the public internet access to a private subnet without any route table. Even if you allow the IP range, the health checks will still fail because there is no path to reach. That is why this is not the correct option. Moving to second option, create a CloudWatch alarm based on the status check failed metric for the EC2 instance. Then create a Route 53 health check that monitors the state of the alarm. This is the standard architectural pattern for any private resources. CloudWatch can monitor the health of an EC2 instance internally using status check failed metric. Route 53 can be configured to monitor the state of the CloudWatch alarm rather than the instance itself, and this will bypass the need for health check to have direct network connectivity to the instance. That is why this is a potential correct option. Let's mark it and move to the next option. Option number 3, configure the Route 53 health check to use HTTPS instead of HTTP to bypass the VPC boundary. Changing the protocol from HTTP to HTTPS does nothing to solve the issue. That is why option 3 is not the correct option. Moving to our last option, deploy an internet gateway in the VPC to allow Route 53 public health checkers to reach the private subnet via NAT. This option directly violates the requirement of an application being internal. Deploying an internet gateway and NAT gateway will allow public health checkers to reach. However, it would compromise the isolation of the private subnet. That is why this is not the correct option. And that makes option number 2 is the correct option for the problem we gave in module 7.2. Here is the assignment for this module. Please pause the video here, analyze the problem here, read the entire question and evaluate all the options. Then post your answer as comment to this video. Optionally, you can write 1 to 2 lines supporting clarifications on why do you think your selected option is correct. We read every comment and response within 24 hours. If you are struggling to determine the correct answer, please review the video one more time and take necessary notes. In the next module, we have discussed this question and explain why the correct option is correct and why other options are not. With that, we came towards conclusion of this module. Now let's wrap up things and recap what we have covered in this module. Alias Record only works with AWS services. For the AWS certification, please remember all these targets where you can use Alias Records. You cannot create an Alias record pointing to an EC2 instance DNM. Please say it with me. EC2 is not a valid alias target. That is guaranteed exam trap. Don't fall for it. If the question says root domain or zone apex, the answer is always alias. It cannot be CNAME record. If you are pointing to something outside AWS, like a third-party server, then CNAME is your answer. If the question talks about free DNS query or cost optimization on DNS query, the answer is always alias. If the question talks about pointing AWS resources and you have two options to choose between alias and CNAME, you must choose alias over CNAME every time. That wraps up this module. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more AWS exam preparation courses and cloud certification bootcamps. Got questions or feedback for us? Drop them as comment to this video. We love to hear from you. Thanks for learning with us at Cloud Expert Solutions. Together we can make cloud learning accessible to everyone. You are now one step closer to crushing your exam. See you in the next module.